Thought the title and the thumbnail are clickbait, but no, I really do unify all of North America under the Indian tribes. But the adventure didn't start here. It started here on the Kaiserreich main menu and continued into the country selection screen. We're in America with all its bawling political parties, with its big focus tree I'm never gonna place because it's too democratic. You guys have seen this probably a million times. The American Civil War is gonna start, we're gonna explode. I literally one decision to click, so I go to Alaska, so you know, be right back in like an hour or something. Think about it, I'm just gonna, for no reason, start building up Alaska. Don't ask why. The United States in 1939.
Don't care. I don't care. Don't care.
And finally, the event that actually matters. A new hope for Alaska. We need to click the button, what has America ever done to us? And now, that will spawn the Alaska in the American Civil War. Oh no, time's up and now McCarthy's taking over the government. No, what should I do? And the second report on the United States made. The last frontier goes it alone, and now we're gonna play as Alaska. So why did they switch from the American powerhouse to the Alaska where we have 2 factories and less than 1,000 manpower? In Alaska we have the privilege of having more than one focus to do. Isn't that amazing? I mean, by privilege to have more than one focus to do, I mean, I'm obviously gonna do the focus which is political, but I can do other focuses too. Oh wow, native immigration into Alaska, I wonder what they're gonna do. I have the decision about the influence of Canada and Japan, and they're cool and all, but like, I don't want to become either Japanese puppet nor a Canadian one, so I'm not gonna click him. It would have been really cool if you had some decisions that, you know, give me some military factories or something, you know, so I can play them off, gave me some money, but no. Oh wow, a second American Civil War, that's so cool. And Green Western Command Center. Somebody just tried to buy 1/4 of Alaska. That's like American capitalism at its finest, but it's not even American capitalism, it's Alaskan capitalism. In Canada, you're gonna support the federal government, not the epic Alaskan government. You're not gonna support the government which has literally 0 people living in it. That's so cringe. Yada yada yada, somebody's trying to buy 1/4 of Alaska, people are angry, the political system is at stake. We're gonna do this button because it lets me do the funniest part later. People are very mad, they're referring the money to the Baron and their surgical products. But that's fine, because I'm just gonna kill. Not all his political bullshit has ended, it's time for our first election. We went through this whole political scandal and now a fishing contest. I wonder, what oppressed minority can we put in a very awful colony, but they wouldn't mind because they're so oppressed? Oh yeah, the Jews. So the House of Liechtenstein wants to buy Alaska. If you don't know what happened, it's basically when the Russians were trying to sell Alaska, one of the offers they got is from the House of Liechtenstein. Actually, the story is very interesting, and if you want me to make a video about it, let's say 400 likes for this video to make a video about how the House of Liechtenstein want to purchase Alaska. But it also has to be some kind of elections, man. You know, we're gonna have to elect the Alaskan Corporate Party. Guys, really telling me that there are suspicions that syndicalists have infiltrated the fishing unions. So Russian chick with some accelerationist ideas wants to be in the government. And I think if she's batshit crazy, we should put her like straight in power. I just noticed the current government is anarcho-capitalism. She's pretty fit for an absolute hellhole of a cold wasteland that is Alaska. Oh wow, the crazy Russian chick absolutely bankrupted the economy, decided to kill all the religions. I would imagine if she fucked up the economy, you know, we would probably remove her. Ooh. The Native Americans just cut this bitch out of the government. Search finished native weaponry. We're gonna have to check this out. And I want nobody. Not a single person to comment on the flag. It's a symbol of love, not hate. Well, for the Native American population at least. This tomahawk thing is very cool and all, but I can't really split my 1 military factory to make boats. Bulgarian superiority doubters? Where are you at now? Not only did we win the 4th Balkan War, but the Greeks and the Romanians are occupied. And again, I don't want any Serbian guy to tell me about the Kosovo thing. A master plan to restore the Indian glory and to rename all of the American imperial city back to Indian ones. Except of on Alaska, because we're not actually sure of this name. Look at this, there's a little question mark at the end. While our glorious dictator, glorious chief was giving a speech, a white man tried to shoot him. But our chief is literally a son of a god. He can of course miss a bullet and survive. Well, shit, I misclicked and now we have this totally crazy ass motherfucker in charge. I have the backstory of this guy, I'm not gonna read it, I'm too lazy. But now let's do the batshit crazy focuses. Native Americans are minority that got genocided, and the Jews are minority that got genocided. Of course they're welcomed into our country. Amerindian totemism. Apparently that's a new kind of socialism made up by Thomas Dixon. And I've always wondered, what other communist states have failed because they tried to implement the communist idea in their quote-unquote own way. Alright, I'm not even gonna comment on the buffs, you know, they're completely fair for an Alaskan nation. Yes, we're making the Moon Warrior bands, which definitely should give me 20%, 5% division speed, 30% organization, minus on the attrition, you know, only fair shit. Like, you know, I don't know, if you can't compete with this boss, you're probably just bad at the game. All these focuses which give me insane buffs, and there's this one which just makes me join the third international. EU, aka the Arabian nation, just peaced out with Bulgaria. I don't have words. The killing fields. Well, basically, red man killed white man. Wow. You guys don't need more explanation than this. I'm not gonna say what exactly one of my villagers did to a Canadian soldier, but you can imagine. Third default national populist leader speech, the great raid, we spent months preparing for it, yada yada, we get cores on most of the universe or something, I don't know. And when we click it, we go to war with Canada. I like how this event I got previously spawned like a gazillion planes. Okay, wait, let me show it. A gazillion planes, but they're only interwar fighters. Those planes suck the ball. We get 67% bonus in combat because of our country. You know, I can see how some people say this was overpowered, but considering I'm a hellhole of a nation called Alaska, I see it as completely fair. Look at this, we're not losing a battle. What do you mean overpowered? 2 encirclements in Canada in just few weeks. What can I say? A professional Hearts of Iron player at its finest. Hehe, Joe.
911, what's your emergency?
I want to report the humongous encirclement. Ukrainians did put up a quite a good of a fight, but there's only one problem. The Indians are just a superior race. The statement will totally not come to haunt me back in the future. Peace with Canada. Guys, I think they misspelled something. I don't want a piece of Canada. I want all of Canada. One more infidel imperialist nation down. Time to go on a small excursion to the combined syndicalist states. It was perfect time for the capitulation. The CIA capitulated and the 99 million avenged folks completed. Hey, the great raid has succeeded, although it really hasn't succeeded already, but it's gonna succeed in a bit. So like, yeah, we get some bonuses, wow. Now it's think the Pacific States of America's time to go, because if I see one more democratic nation on my border, just being there, chilling and not getting destroyed. Top 10 things I wouldn't want to be right now. Number 1, a soldier fighting for liberty. Just surrender already. You guys put up nice defense against the Indians, but it's over now. We're gonna eat. The States of America is one of the biggest American power. So why don't we just destroy it?
Been trolled, you've been trolled.
Alright, let's try this again. I noticed my name is the Democratic Mule Quajact. Mr. Editor, can you change this democratic thing to base? This is what we call perfection. The AI just got encircled by my AI. Because even when I'm not microing, my AI is just better. Listen kids, that's what happens when you're racist. You get annexed by an Indian tribe. So just don't be racist. Time to destroy the disgrace of a nation. Green Western Command Center. Finally, an end to this crime against humanity. With this, we're putting the end to the American imperialism once and for all. Tell me, America, was the Road of Tears really worth it in retrospect? Could we have done better to the Native Americans? Well, even if you could, doesn't matter, because you're now part of my country. Well, I got some war goals on other nations too, as you can see here. But because they're part of the international, I can't declare war. So, be right back. Well, kids, the war has been won. The flame of white man's destruction can be suffocated at once for all. And we can finally prove who the real savages are. And here we have all of these cool ass names. And then we have New York, because apparently it doesn't get a new name. And here's the super event for the unification. And I really like the thing which says a nation to last 1,000 years. I wonder which leader said his nation will last 1,000 years. Guys, this is gonna be the end of the video. We did a lot of trolling in America, and I think it's enough for one day. Bye.